What's up, everybody? This is Austin again, back with a sports nutrition podcast. I just want to talk about how sports nutrition has affected my performance and how I got into sports nutrition, why I got certified, what is sports nutrition, my fitness website, and why you need sports nutrition. So, first off, I'm just going to recap my article that I wrote on my website, AustinSugarBabyCandyFitness.com, and that website's always in the work. I sell meal plans there and workout videos. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's all free too, except the meal plans. We have a service, but it's free to view the workout program. But if you want a individualized program, you can grab that. So yeah, if you're competitive in any way or you're serious about getting a great body, you have to focus on your nutrition. There's no other way around it. And if you're a competitive athlete on any level, and if you say, oh, I don't need sports nutrition, I know this guy who's good or this girl who's good and fit and they eat like junk, but there's always going to be somebody better than you, and that person might be having a better nutrition. Like, think about legendary athletes like Jerry Rice or something like that. Do you think they didn't have, you don't think they ate discipline or had a structured regimen or talked with professionals about sports nutrition? That's why I got certified in sports nutrition, to give myself an edge. A little bit of background: I did track and field in high school. I was on a private track team that was highly successful, and my trainer had a degree in nutritional science, so he gave me his program. I studied myself. I learned all about it, and I ate like junk before that, and he really got on me about the sports nutrition and, eating my vegetables and getting enough nutrients to fuel the workouts. Because if you don't fuel your workouts, that's why you're feeling tired. That's why you're sluggish and not making any gains. But that's how I got into it. I learned a lot from my trainer, and I got a lot faster, and I got leaner and stronger, and that was a large part due to my nutrition. I was that person who was competitive, who was gonna, the saying goes, leaves no stone unturned, and your nutrition might be that stone that you leave unturned and you can lose, or if you're a bodybuilder or just looking to get fit. And my sports nutrition article is geared towards regular people and why you need sports nutrition. Because think about it, why do athletes hire sports nutritionists, or why do athletes eat well? To increase their performance, so they could work out harder. Well, if you're focusing on losing weight and your workouts are stronger, you're going to lose weight automatically. And a big part of sports nutrition and how it ties into fitness nutrition and how I train as a personal trainer, how I train my clients is sports nutrition. One of the biggest concepts for an athlete to increase their performance is to increase their lean body weight, their lean muscle mass. So when you're an athlete and you have less body fat, it's called strength to weight ratio. And that's the key to being an athlete. Any trainer will teach you that, whether it's they're training you to be stronger in squats, to jump higher with power cleans or box jumps, using a weighted vest. What you're trying to do is get stronger per body weight, strength to weight ratio. And that's a huge concept with, my training philosophy, and it ties into, sports nutrition philosophies and how I came up with my philosophy is regular people, average people, should get into sports nutrition and train themselves like athletes. Athletes, they train their core, they train their back, they train function. Being an athlete, it's not like some super advanced science. You train to strengthen your core, your upper body, lower body, work on the technique of your sport, and that's basically it. And the person who works the hardest wins, you know. Um, so yeah, let's talk about a little bit of meal planning. Um, when I was really competitive, I ate a lot of quinoa. I would add like sunflower butter to it. There's a lot of recipes you can find with quinoa. It's a vegetable grain that has your complete amino acids. So it's a complete protein. So it's a vegetable grain that's like compared to meat has your complete proteins, all essential amino acids. So that's what you want. You know, you want good carbs, clean fat, and um, a good complete protein. You know, things like um, beans or rice, those would be incomplete protein. Eggs would be a complete protein. Red meat would be a complete protein. Chicken would be a complete protein. So once you start learning the science, you really build your nutritional plan towards that. And that's what I'm here for. You know, I got certified in sports nutrition, and I consider myself an expert in sports nutrition. As far as, you know, like I said, my number one philosophy is strength to weight ratio. So if you're an athlete who's a little out of shape, you can lose a little bit of body fat percentage and get in shape. Or if you're just a regular person looking to get in shape. So yeah, I have my meal plan. Um, I think it's only $100 or $50, something like that, on sale right now. If you hear this podcast, it's only $50, and um, yeah, it's got a complete nutritional program. You can use it as long as you need to, and if you want a variety, you can always contact me again, and I can redo, you know, give you more variety to the sports nutrition plan. And that's the key to be successful, is variety. If you're just eating the same thing over and over again, your body's going to adapt. And like one of the biggest trends right now is intermediate fasting, and there's research that shows that it increases your human growth hormones naturally. Um, so that's good. So if you think the way you do it is you go like the best way to do it is to go about like 12 hours without eating, and then you want to you want to eat some simple carbs to increase your what is it? You want to eat some simple carbs to replace your lost glycogen levels, your glucose that you lost. So you're gonna basically be in starvation mode, and I'm not exactly sure how it works. Just research shows that it increases your human growth hormones, so you're gonna be burning fat naturally. You're gonna be burning a lot of fat, and then you can increase your metabolism again by getting some simple sugars in, and then that's when you'd want to do your workout. Like you wouldn't want to do intermittent fasting on your workout days. You know, immediately get in some glucose, like have an apple, have some pasta, have some rice. And a lot of sports nutrition is, you know, you want to use seasoning, but it's being disciplined and regimented. Like a lot of what I would eat, my favorite was just like some white rice, and I would bake some chicken, just some plain chicken tenders, and then I would just put some Tabasco sauce in, and I would make some sweet potato French fries for my carbs, and some broccoli just to boost my metabolism. And I would eat that all the time. And if you're, you know, I was doing a lot of working out, so I wouldn't do the brown rice. But if you want to go even further, you could do brown rice. There's always something you can do to make a choice. It's all about going to lunch and making the healthier choice. Like if you go out to eat, if you go to a cafe or something, you know, don't choose the pie, choose the yogurt and coffee with less sugar. You know, instead of 2 packs of sugar, have one, or just skip the sugar. You know what I'm saying? You can always make a choice when you're eating, and that's the key. Going every day without winging it, making a plan following your plan the best that you can, and then when you're out of, you know, that mode, when you're in a plan, go out to eat, go to the grocery store, or you have that option to eat something that's unhealthy, just make the choice that's a little bit healthier. Like, instead of a donut, eat a bagel with cream cheese. You know, instead of regular bacon, have turkey bacon. um, you know, instead of a greasy hamburger, have a turkey burger. Or if you eat a hamburger once a week, just eat a hamburger twice a week, and then have a turkey burger instead. Or if you're real disciplined, just have a turkey burger. And there's always something you can do to increase your habits and your choices. And the biggest thing is making the transition slow. You know, the transition into eating healthy, especially if your habits are really bad. You know, the first thing I tell my clients is to start drinking more water, because you think, okay, well, what kind of advice is that? It seems obvious, but what you're doing is you're developing a habit. That's the first habit that you're developing, is drinking more water. Whether it's six glasses a day, 8 glasses a day. I always try to drink, a gallon or 3/4 of a gallon. So that's the first goal, is to develop a habit to change your nutrition. You can't utilize your nutrients without water. You can't work out intense if you're dehydrated. Um, it just messes up your whole energy without water. Your body's 70% water, so that's why my first advice is to just drink more water. And then to slowly, then the next thing is to write down everything you eat, and to slowly change the carbohydrates that you're eating. So instead of going from processed refined carbs, go from naturally grown carbohydrates, like, instead of donuts, bagels, instead of white rice, brown rice. I know I said I would have brown rice, but I'd also have chicken, broccoli, and all that. So you could always be more disciplined. There's always something that you can do, like I was talking about. And the first thing you can do is make a plan. And um, making a nutritional plan, like, if you don't want to buy my nutritional plan, which I recommend, I'm certified in sports nutrition, so I got it down. I really studied a lot, and it's practical, so you're not lost. It takes the research and hard work out of it. But if you're developing your own plan, that's going to be tough, because it takes experience, with a trainer or a doctor or a nutritionist. Um, so if you're just wandering around, what do I eat? What do I eat? That's the number one thing that people ask me, is what do I eat? So I would say, um, following my advice, first drink more water, and then write down everything you eat. So that's something that's, it's different than just me giving you a list of what to eat. You get to see your eating habits, you get to see how much you're eating, and then you can kind of have a wake up call, like, oh, okay, wow, like, I had 3 sodas today. I didn't even realize I was consuming that much sugar. Or, I really needed to make a change. Or it might be different. You might think, okay, I'm doing pretty good at my eating habits. What do I need to add, or what do I need to change? Maybe it's the exercise. Maybe you just need more exercise. Maybe you're eating healthy. Maybe your exercise intensity isn't that high. Um, you know, there's so many things you can do. So you don't know that until you start writing down everything you eat, or if you're pretty conscious of what you eat. But I notice most people who are overweight, they're kind of unconscious about what they eat. They kind of go into a zone where they just eat and eat and eat. And um, so, like I said, you have to make small changes. And I'm talking to the people who want to make small changes first, or who eat really unhealthy, who are really out of shape. Maybe somebody who isn't into fitness. If you are into fitness, um, you already eat healthy, just stay tuned and just kind of listen to my plan. I'll get more into that later, but I just want to talk about how, gear this towards more of a beginner. Um, so like I said, you want to gradually change. So after you complete the second goal, write down everything you eat for a week, and you already started drinking water every day, you're developing habits. Now you can see, now we can work together and you can change what you're eating. So, like I said, like if you eat donuts in the morning, just switch to bagels with, some low fat cream cheese and, a glass of orange juice. And um, I would say to be, just to be more detail oriented, counting calories is important because you want to know exactly how much fuel you're getting. But it gets easier because after you've done it for a while, you'll see like, okay, a bagel that probably has like 40 grams of carbs in it. Just estimating it. That's what you start doing when you have experience counting calories. You kind of just know how many calories is in things. Like hamburger probably has anywhere between 500 to 1,000 calories, depending on if it has cheese, bacon, mayonnaise. Um, so if I was gonna have the perfect breakfast, so now after you start changing what you want to eat, so say like instead of a donut, have a bagel with cream cheese. Instead of candy, have like a fruit smoothie, or some like grapes. So once you start trading in what you're gonna eat, you want to um, start planning out what you're gonna eat. So, like my perfect breakfast, you'd plan it out. You'd literally write it down, like my meal plan's written down, and I'll send you the link once you purchase it. But this is all free advice, and this gives you a little bit to start with. But another thing you get with my meal plan is you get me as you can call me, you can email me, and we could work together one on one to kind of figure out what's going to work for you, how to keep your favorite meals in, just changing it up a little bit. Um, you can get more advanced, like not yo-yo dieting, but changing your carbohydrate content. Like one day having low carbs, and then having high carbs, rotating it on different workout days, just to you know boost your metabolism. So um, yeah, there's a lot into sports nutrition, and I'm talking about sports nutrition for the general fitness population and why they should use it in. Um, like I said, if you should train like an athlete because number one, you're going to be training your function. You're going to be walking easier. You're going to be working on your aerobic um, capabilities, and then you want to eat like an athlete too. So it kind of, my program is all in one. As you can see, some of the workout videos, I'm training like an athlete. I was an athlete growing up. I played football, track, basketball, baseball, and I was always good and competitive in all of it. And I had good trainers, and that's what you need. If you want to be the best, you have to have the best trainers, best nutritionists, and that's why I wanted to be a trainer, just because I love sports. So I offer personal training, online personal training, and I sell my nutritional plan, like most trainers. But I'm actually really good. I'm certified in sports nutrition. And like I was getting at, what would my perfect breakfast be? If I was just trying to compete. Like now, I play tennis, so I play tennis for fun and just to stay competitive. But like if I just wanted to have the best day for tennis, I would start off. I would wake up, drink some water. I would make some oatmeal, not the instant oatmeal, but like the real oatmeal. Boil some water, make some hard boiled eggs, put some blueberries in the oatmeal, and then a few hours later, about 2 hours later, I would have like a fruit smoothie that had some like greens in it. For lunch, I would want to eat light. So this would be like if I had like a USTA meeting or some competitive meeting or match, and I would have some. Uh, what I really liked, what was my favorite, is to get your kale in because that's like a superfood. They say kale is always the best as like far as a green vegetable, but it's really bitter. I'd always juice it. I would make some apple juice with my mom has a juicer, so I would use her juicer and make some kale apple juice, and that was always the best. That was like a nice treat. So you realize once you start eating healthier, you still get, satisfaction from your food. And then once you start eating that junk food, like I said, the number two thing is, first is drinking water. Number two is changing from um, empty calories and processed calories, refined carbohydrates, to naturally grown carbohydrates. That's the number two. So refined processed foods to natural whole foods, and that's the number two step, or a goal that you want to do. And you can't skip any of this. It's what you eat. What they say is you are what you eat, and it's true. And once you, like I was saying, once you start eating healthier for a couple weeks, and then you eat the candy, you eat the bad carbs, your energy level just crashes. And I'm just like everybody else. I go through my ups and downs, and that's the number three thing, is knowing that you are going to have down points and just bouncing back. There's no, don't spend time like, oh, I gained some weight again. Just bounce back. You got to develop the habit, and you'll start finding a medium ground with what you eat and your fitness. Instead of just going extreme, you'll start working out. You realize, instead of working out 7 days per week, 2 times a week, losing weight, eating like a bodybuilder every single day, and then gaining it back, you'll find a middle ground. Oh, okay, I'm just going to work out 2 times a week or 3 times a week, and then, walk a couple times a week, and I'm just going to eat healthy, but every once in a while I'll have some of my favorite snacks. But instead of eating 5 hours of your favorite snack, or 5,000 calories in one sitting, I'm just going to have a smaller portion of my favorite snack. And that's the other thing, is not just denying yourself of anything or limiting yourself, but just eating in moderation. And that's the fourth thing, is just eating in moderation. And you can eat anything. Obviously, the more competitive you are, and the faster you want to get gains. Like if you're just somebody's like, okay, I have a wedding that I want to get in shape for in 6 weeks, or I want to get in shape this summer, I have an event, it's your birthday, and you just want to be in shape, or you just want to get in shape for whatever reason, and you're disciplined and you want to go all in, then yeah, just follow the meal plan 100%. But if you're not like that, you just want to be healthier, just eat in moderation, and you're going to lose weight. And you have to combine the nutrition plan with the workout program. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It builds, everything builds upon each other. Like the weights tear down muscle, the nutrition and sleep repair the muscle. You can't have one without the other. If you just lift weights but have a horrible nutrition, then you're not going to build any muscle. You're just going to be tired, and you're going to wonder why. But anyways, check out my website, AustinSugarBabyCandyFitness.com. I'll talk to you soon.